Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number 2. That's day number 2, week 6, fall 2024 of our journey together. Day number 2, week 6, fall 2024 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this afternoon's classes. I am going to put some stuff on the screen right now. I don't want you to write it. I just want us to talk about it, and then we're going to officially head up. So the thing that I'm going to put on the screen, don't write that. I'm going to tell you when to start writing. All right. So the first thing that I want us to go over is, what do we mean by the perimeter of an object? What do we mean by
The
The total size of
the
a shape.
the distance around an object.
the distance around the shape, the distance around the object? That's what I mean by the perimeter, right? So the perimeter definition is the distance around the shape. And how do we get the perimeter? How do we find the perimeter? By doing what?
By adding all the sides.
By adding all the sides, right? And in some cases, so we have to add all the sides, add all of them, and then we could get the perimeter. Now, when we say circumference of a circle, what is that?
Another word for perimeter.
That's another word for perimeter, right? So the circumference is another word for perimeter, and it means that we want the perimeter or the distance around a circle, all right? So we want the circumference of a circle. Now, what's the area formula for the area of a square? What's the formula for the area of a square? Length times width. And what's the formula for the area of a rectangle?
Length times width.
Base times
Rec-
base times
rectangle.
base times height.
Rectangle. Rectangle.
Length times width.
Base times height.
Length times width.
Length times width for a rectangle. Length times width. Now for a triangle, what's the formula for a triangle?
Base times
Base times height.
Base times
the height divided by 2.
Very good. Base times height divided by 2. Good afternoon, Charisse. And what's the formula for the... No, don't write this down yet. And then what's the formula for the area of a circle? We did that yesterday.
Pi r squared.
Pi r squared. Now today we're going to be looking at how to figure out the area of a semicircle. And as you can see on the screen, what's the formula?
Pi r squared divided by 2.
Very good. Pi r squared divided by 2. All right. And so let's get right into it. So now you could start writing. Let's head up. Today, my name is Mr. Petit. Today is Tuesday the 8th of October. Now you all are aware that there's a storm approaching, right? Anyone know the area that
Northern
okay, so the area that it will be affecting is Tampa, Florida, but in terms of the Bahamas, they say that we should be expecting tropical storm conditions, especially Bimini, Grand Bahama, and Abaco. So we want to keep those persons who are being affected in our prayers, that they would be safe as the storm is passing. All right. So let's just get into it.
The name of the storm is Milton.
Yes, that's correct. All right, so we're going to be looking at the area of the semicircle. Now we do have class all this week. If anything changes, I'll let you know. But we're supposed to have classes all this week. So the topic. Yes, ma'am.
Monday is a holiday, and it's my birthday. You have a class that day?
Yes, ma'am. We do have class on Monday. So with the topic is the area of a semicircle.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
When you say we having classes from all this week, does that include Friday?
No, we don't have class on Friday. No, we don't have class on Friday. All right, so we want to find the area of a semicircle. So that's what our objective is. So let me write that on the screen. So the instructions are to find the area of a semicircle of the semicircles below. We want to use pi as what? We're going to say pi is equal to
3.14.
3.14. Very good. Pi is 3.14. Where's Ronald? Ronald, can you hear me? Where's Ronald? Ronald, I can't hear you. Ronald, are you there? Pi is equal to 3.14. And Destiny, can you hear me? Where's Destiny?
Yes, I can.
You understand what we're doing so far?
Yes, sir.
You're trying to find the area of a semicircle. Now, a semicircle is what is going to be half of a circle. So basically, we're going to take our circle and cut it in half. All right. So let me see if I can find a semicircle. If not, I'll just have to. Okay, I'll just have to use this one. Okay, so let's say we have the semicircle. And let me move all this. And let's say that, let me put this above so that we could, I want to do at least 2 examples. So let me get prepared for that already. So let me split this so that I will use my space carefully. All right, and let's slide this over. Okay, should be good. All right, so let's say, for example, we have that our semicircle is 16 centimeters. Now, from this end to this end is 16 centimeters. And we want to find out what is the area of our semicircle. Now, what is the formula for the area of a semicircle? Anyone can remember?
Pi r squared divided by 2.
It's going to be equal to
Pi
pi.
r squared by 2.
Very good. Pi r squared divided by 2. All right. Now, what is the radius in this case? What is the radius in this question?
8.
What's the radius?
8.
What is the radius?
8.
8 or 16?
16 centimeters, actually.
You think 16?
It's 8.
The radius is 8 centimeters.
The radius is 8 centimeters.
All right, put inside the chat. What do you think the radius is? 8 or 16? What is the radius? Is it 8 or is it 16? Put your answer inside the chat for me. Is the radius 8 or is the radius 16? All right, put that inside the chat. Is the radius 8 or 16? All right. Is the radius 8 or is the radius 16? Let me see the answers inside the chat. I see 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Everyone say 8 except 4. Oh, no one said 16. What happened to my 16 people? No one saying 16? Do y'all don't believe it's 16?
But I say 16.
You said 16?
I said 16.
You
Yes,
said
I did say
16?
16.
Okay, now just say 16. Don away 16. Xavier said
16.
all right, and they'll say 16. Okay. Actually, the diameter is 16. The diameter is 16. The diameter is 16. The radius is going to be what?
8.
8.
Half
Eight.
of the
It's
diameter.
gonna be 8 of 6, half of 16.
Exactly. It's going to be half of diameter. So 16 divided by what?
2.
16 divided by 2, which gives us what?
8.
8. Very good. 8. So Malia Delaveau, what is our radius?
8.
Our radius is 8. Now, what is pi in this question? Pi is what?
3.14.
3.14.
3.14.
3.14. All right, 3.14. And we have to square the radius. Remember, the radius is r. But r is what? R is 8.
8.
So so the radius is going to be 8. Let me just put that, let me just make that clear. R is 8. So R is 8. Okay, that's what R is. And so you have to square it and then put it over 2. So it's gonna be all over 2. And so it's gonna be equal to what? 3.14. All right, multiplied by what?
2.
Multiplied by, what is 8 squared?
8 times 8.
8 times 8.
Times 8 times 8.
64.
8 times 8. And so all over what? All over 2. How did we get 8 times 8? 8 times 8 is what? 8 squared. So 8 squared is 8 times 8.
8 times 8 is 64.
And we know that 8 times 8 is definitely 64. All right. And so that's what we have. So this is going to be 3.14. This equals to 3.14 multiplied by 8 times 8
64.
is 64. Yeah, multiplied by 64.
Divided by 2.
Who's speaking? Who's that male that's speaking?
That's Miles.
Miles. Okay, I know I didn't recognize the voice. So 3.14 multiplied by 64 all over 2. We're done, right? Are we done?
No, sir.
My
No.
answer 100.48.
We have to do what? We have to multiply what? 3.14 times 64, right? Oh, this long multiplication. Great. I even forget about that. Okay, so that's convenient. So let me put that working on this side. Do y'all know how to multiply by 2 digits?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's go ahead and do it. So it's going to be 3.14 multiplied by 64 all over. 4 times 4 is
16.
16.
16.
Put the 6 down, put the 1
Yeah.
above. 4 times 1 is
4.
4 plus 1 is
5.
5. 4 times 3 is
12.
12.
12.
Times 3 is 12.
And we're done, right?
No, sir, you gotta multiply the 6 next.
So the next number.
Yeah,
Add
you
no
gotta,
0.
gotta put a placeholder, so it's gonna be
Add the
0. 6 times 4 is 24. Put the 4 down, put the 2 above. 6 times 1 is
6.
plus 2.
8. It's 8.
8.
8.
Very good. And 6 times 3 is
18.
18. So we put the 1 here. We put the 8 here. And what we gotta do with these things?
Add it.
Add them.
Yeah.
Add them. So if we add, we have 6 plus 0 is 6. 5 plus 4 is
1.
5 plus 4 is
9.
9.
9.
8 plus 2 is
10.
10.
put the 0 down, put the 1 up. 8 plus 2 is
10.
10. Put the
10.
0 down, put the 1 up.
2.
And 1 plus 1 is 2. So it's
2.
actually 200 point what?
9, 6.
6.
200.96, so it's going to be equal to 200.96
Centimeters square.
We ain't finished yet. We get
centimeters
divided by 2.
divided by 2.
2.
All right, so now we have to divide by 2. Do we know how to divide by 2? Let's say 2 into 200.96. 2 into,
I can say my answer. What I get?
what you got?
I get 100.48.
100.48.
That's the same thing I got.
Squared.
I got the same thing.
100.48 centimeters squared. Okay, so
Good
let's divide it. So there's gonna be 2 goes into 20 how many times? Well, let's just do 2 into 1. I mean 2 into itself goes what? 1 time. 2 times 1 is
2.
2.
2.
And you have 2 minus 2 is what? 0.
0. Then you bring down to 0.
Bring down to 0. 2 goes into 0. 2 goes into 0 how many times?
0.
0 times.
0
2
times.
times 0
Put
is
0 twice on the top because it
0.
can't go in row.
Yeah. 0 minus 0 is 0. And then we bring this down. This is gonna be another 0. 2 goes into 0 how many times? 0.
0.
So 0 minus 0 is 0. We bring down the
9.
9. How many times does 2 go into 9?
4 times.
4 times. Yeah, 4 times. 2 times 9 is, 2 times 4 is
8.
8.
8.
And 9 minus 8 is what?
1.
1.
1.
We bring down the
6.
6. 6. How many times does 2 goes into 16?
8 times.
8 times.
times.
8 times. So 2 times 8 is 16.
16.
And so we subtract. And so we have what?
0.
We have, I trying to subtract this thing, but it's not gonna allow me to right at the bottom now. There we go. So it's going to be 0 and 0. So let me put the zeros down. So it's going to be 6 minus 6 is 0. And let me just put the zeros inside because they're not letting me do that down. So it's going to be 0, 0. So that means that this goes down here. And so what that means that our answer is what?
100.48 centimeters square.
It's going to be equal to 100 point what?
0.48
0.48
square.
centimeters squared. Centimeters squared. So 100.48 centimeters squared. So centimeters squared. And so that's going to be right here. Now, in our actual division, we cannot forget to put the point right here. So this goes right there. So that's going to be 100.48 centimeters squared. So quick recap. What did we do? We said that we have defined the area of the semicircle. The area is the space inside of the circle. And so we say, okay, let's first find the diameter. The diameter is 16. And so we say, what's the radius? The radius is half of the diameter. And so that's going to be 16 divided by 2. 16 divided by 2 is definitely 8. And so we say 16 divided by 2 is 8. So R is 8. So the radius is 8. And so we say, okay, A is equal to pi r squared all over 2. So it's going to be equal to 3.14 multiplied by 8 squared. Now, what is 8 squared? 8 squared is what? 8 times
8 times 8.
8 times 8. 8 times 8 is what?
64.
64. So we have 3.14 times 64. And 3.14 times 64 we established was 196.
196.
I mean 296.
96.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm saying this wrong. 200.96. All over 2. And 200.96 divided by 2 is 100.48 centimeters squared. All right, let me know if y'all understand this, please. Let me know if you get it.
We understand.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
I understand. I don't.
I understand.
You understand? Who do not understand? Who do not understand?
I don't.
Harmony?
I don't understand.
I don't.
I get it, but like
I don't.
I get it, but I ain't get the quotient yet.
You get it, but you ain't get. You ain't get
The
what?
quotient.
You mean the dividing?
Yes, sir.
Now there's no way I could teach you how to divide. I can't teach you how to divide in this class. You're supposed to already know how to divide. I can't teach you how to divide. That's impossible. Not here.
No, I know how to do the simple dividing, but just the quotient is
This one, we could go over it again, but I cannot teach you how to divide because you're supposed to know how to divide. That's grade what? 6, 7?
grade 2 and
Yeah, so I cannot teach you how to divide. But if you know what operation we're dealing with, we are multiplying first and then we're dividing it. But we could go over it. Let's do another one so you could get it. All right. Let's just do another one. So please pay close attention to this. Let's do another one. So let's say we have say 14. I wonder if I could bring this up. If I could bring this up, then I could have more space. Well, that's gonna cover that, eh? Well, I could put this a little high, eh? Just do it like that. Okay, so that even makes a difference. Okay. Let me make the instruction smaller. Okay, good. That means I could put it up here. Good. All right, so let's do this one on the side. So we have the more space, so that's good. So we're trying to find the area of the semicircle. Let's put inside, this is number 2, by the way. And this is number 1. So let's say that this is 14 centimeters squared. I mean centimeters. This is going to be that. This is going to be that. For those of you who already know how to do it, you could put your answer inside the chat. Again, for those of you who already know how to do it, you can definitely put your answer inside the chat. That's fine.
Excuse me, Mr. B.
Go ahead.
You said when we multiply two alike numbers when we're trying to find the area or the circumference, you say when we multiply two alike numbers, the answer turns squared, right?
Two unlike. Give me an example. What you mean?
Like in I think last class or one class.
You
we
mean
used-
multiply centimeters by centimeters?
You mean multiplying centimeters by centimeters?
Yes, sir.
Well, centimeters times centimeter is centimeters squared. I'm trying to figure what your question is. Or just trying to vary. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
But I don't understand when you say when you multiply two unlike numbers.
I said two alike.
Oh yeah, if both of them are centimeters, then it'll give you centimeters squared. So in this case, the way how we get centimeters squared is because the radius is 8 centimeters. So 8 centimeters times 8 centimeters give me 64 centimeters squared. I just didn't write it because it would take too much space. But at the end, you have to write the centimeters squared, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Now, in this case, what is our radius?
7 centimeters.
Yeah, 7 centimeters, right? Our radius is 7. So our diameter is what? Our diameter
14.
is
Yes.
14. Our diameter is 14. But our radius is what? Half of 14, which is what? What is
14.
half of 14? What is half of 14? That's gonna be what?
7.
Half of 14 is what?
7.
7. 7.
11.
All right, so this is what? Pi is what? Hello, Kodai. Where's Kodai? Kodai, can you hear me? Kodai, can you hear me? Kodai, can you hear me? This work I sent you from yesterday, you haven't finished it. Why is that? Yeah, I know you're doing it now, but I gave you it from yesterday. You're supposed to have been finished with that. So please quickly finish. Say it again. But you didn't message me. You can't just be doing that and you didn't message me and let me know what was happening. All right. So please quickly finish those things that I gave you and make sure I write them neatly. You understand me? All right, good. So the radius in this case is what? 3.14. And we multiply that by what?
7.
I'm not the radius. Pi is 3.14. But the radius is what? 7. It's going to be 7 squared all over what? All over 2.
2.
And it's going to be equal to, what is 7 squared? That's what?
7 times 7.
7 squared is?
49. 7 times 7
Very good. 7 squared is 7 times 7. It's going to be
Equal-
7
equals
times-
49.
Yeah, 7 times 7. All over what? All over 2. And so this is going to be equal to, it's going to be equal to 3.14 multiplied by 7 times 7, which is what?
49.
49. All over what?
2.
All over 2.
2.
All over 2. How did I get 49? That's 7 times 7, which is 49. That's how we got that 7 squared, which is
Yes,
49.
sir. Yes, sir.
Now we have to multiply, right? Don't we? So we have to say 3.4 multiplied by 49. Did anyone get the answer yet?
Yes, sir. I got.
I did.
I got
Yes,
1.46. The answer.
Which all got?
I got
153.86.
I bought 76.93.
6.92
76.93.
Centimeters squared.
76.93 centimeters squared.
Okay. Put your answers inside the chat. Oh, I see. They're ready.
I have mine in the chat group already, Mr. T.
Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. So this is going to be 3.14. This is 3.14.
Times 49.
Let me go over because I know I'm gonna need some more space. It's gonna be 3.14. So 3.14. 3.14 multiplied by what?
49.
49. And so it's gonna be all over.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
May
I use the bathroom?
Do you understand this? How we getting this?
Yes, sir.
I don't want you to leave. Don't leave yet until we finish because you're saying that you didn't understand. So don't leave yet. Okay? And then you can quickly go to the bathroom. All right. 9 times 4 is
36.
36. Put the 6 down. Put the 3 up. 9 times 1 is
9.
9 plus 3 is
12.
12. Put the 2 down. Put the 1 up. 9 times 3 is
27.
9 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27 plus 1 is
28.
28. So 28. Are we done?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No.
Add
Put the-
0.
Put a placeholder. 4 times 4 is
16.
put the 6 down. Put the 1 up. 4 times 1 is
4.
4. Plus 1 is
5.
5. 4 times 3 is
12.
12. We have to add these things. And so, what do we have? 6 plus 0 is 6. 6 plus 2 is
8.
8. 8 plus 5 is
13.
13, definitely. Put the 3 down, put the 1 up. 2 plus 2 is
4.
4 plus 1 is
5.
5. And 1 plus 0 is 1.
1.
And so what we have here is we have 15,000, so it's going to be equal to, no. We have to put the decimal point, right? After the two numbers, so it's going to be what? 153.
86.
153. Point what?
86.
86. 153.86. So 153. 153.86 all over 2. And this is going to be equal to, we have to divide 153.6.86 by 2. So it's going to be 2 into 153.86. Two into 153.86. So 153.86. How many times does 2 go into 15? How many times does 2 go into 15?
7
7.
times.
7 times. 2 times 7 is
14.
14. 15 minus 14 is
1.
1. 3. Bring down the 3, right?
Yes, sir.
How many times does 2 go into 13?
6 times.
6 times.
6 times. 2 times 6 is what?
12.
1.
12. 12. 13 minus 12 is what?
1.
1.
13 minus 12 is 1. We bring down the
8.
8.
8. How many times does 2 go into 18?
9 times.
9 times.
Excuse me,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Petit.
Uh-huh.
You could take a look at my division. I'm doing great. I'm getting better.
Please. 2 times 9 is 18. You're one funny camper, Sashanique. 18 minus 18 is
0.
0.
0. We bring down the,
6.
is that Paris?
Yes, sir.
Good to hear you. 2 goes into 6 how many times?
3 times.
3 times.
2 times 3 is 6.
6.
6.
So we say 6 minus 6 is 0.
0.
And so our answer is what? Oh, we forgot the point, right? So the point goes here, right here. So it's what? Oopsies, let me write it down. It's 76 point what? 76.93.
93
Centimeters squared.
Centimeters
squared.
centimeters squared. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense to you all?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Put I inside the chat if you understand how we got this. Put I inside the chat if you understand how we got this. Put N inside the chat if you do not understand. Put N if you do not understand. Again, put I inside the chat if you understand. Put N if you don't. Wyatt, do you understand this?
Not that much.
Not that much. Okay. You came late.
Mr. Petit.
One moment. Did you come late, Wyatt?
Pardon?
Were you here late? Were you here late?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So my camera as well.
Okay. And who else don't quite understand? Besides Wyatt. Anyone else?
Mr. Petit.
Yes, go ahead, Dazon.
We only dividing by 2 because it's half of the circle, right?
Yes, we only dividing by 2 because half of the circle.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense. Who else here still don't understand? Let me know if you still do not understand.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
I quite understand, but like when you got a little deeper, I just didn't get it.
Which part?
Like the numbers was just confusing. That's basically it.
That's all? Okay. Let me just put, I didn't put how we got the radius, didn't I? Oh, by the way, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. And it's going to be equal to 7. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. And R is equal to 7. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I think we have to do a quiz on this. Oh, my WhatsApp number. My WhatsApp number is, for those of you who just arrived, my number is 426-8891. That's my number again, 426-8891. That's my number. I put it inside the chat. Wyatt, which part of this don't you understand?
Now that looking at it, it looks pretty simple to me.
Yeah, all you need to do is square it. 7 times 7 gives you 49. Then multiply 3.14 by 49. Then when you get your answer, divide it by 2 to get. It's basically half of the area of the circle, basically.
Wait, so they give you the distance, you divide it by 2. Get your answer times the answer by the
3.14.
Yes, sir, the pi. Then you times it times 2.
So here you have 14, they give you 14, right? So, but you want the radius, so it's going to be half of 14, which is 7.
Yes, sir, that's 7.
Yeah. And then 7 squared is
where do you
what?
get the 7 squared from?
That's a part of the formula.
Because it's half a circle?
Pi r squared over 2. We divide by 2 because it's half of a circle. All right.
7 times 7.
7 times 7. That gives you what? 49.
49, yes, sir.
And then 3.14 times 49.
Right. Yes, sir. Yeah.
And then divided by 2. That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Next.
So what is that I'm saying for? That's for the working.
What's what?
You get, oh, never mind.
Yeah, that's how I get what I multiplied and what I divide.
The 153.86.
Yeah. All right. I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of your work.
Just sending my work now. I had to get the phone, my mom's phone.
I sent mine already.
Okay, that's no problem. All right, so let's go ahead and I think we have a quiz on this, you know. I really do think we have a quiz on this. That would be great. But I am not sure. Let me check if we have a quiz on this one. If we do have a quiz, then we'll go straight into the quiz. If not, then I'll continue with the lesson. How many persons already sent in their work? How many of you already sent in your work?
I did.
I did. I already
did?
sent
I
mine.
already did.
You already did?
I did.
Okay, good. All right, that's good. Okay. All right.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
just sent it to you.
You just sent your work? Okay, good.
Yes,
I am going to put a quiz on in the chat based on this. Turns out we do have a quiz on this. So I'm going to put the quiz inside the chat. Once you have started the quiz, please put started inside the chat. Again, once you started the quiz, please put started in the chat. We'll start it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, once you've started the quiz, please put started in the chat. The quiz is out of 10. So that means that you have to get 80% in order to answer these questions.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Is it okay if I join from another device?
Yes, it's okay. It's fine. It is okay. Please answer the questions in the quiz or on the quiz. Let me check see your scores. Where's Christina? You have to take off third-party cookies on your device in order for it to work. That's the only way it could work. It will take off third-party cookies in order for the video to load. Let me send you. You know how to do that, or you don't know how to do that? Say it again.
Mr. Petit, could you send it again, the quiz, please?
Say it again.
After a few times trying to refresh the page, I got it.
You got it to work? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. If anything happens, typically what helps with that is moving it from third-party, blocking all third-party cookies. But if you got it, then that's fine. That is what that is. That is what I sent you. I sent you simultaneous equations. You did that before?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. No problem. Okay. Very good, Freddie Dean. Very good, Malachi Russell. Yes, Joseph. Where's Joseph? Yes, Joseph. What happened?
I went from standing inside the class. They say I have an invalid ID.
So you have an invalid ID. It's the same link from
Yes,
from last week, from yesterday. Make sure you're not using make sure you're not using any other one. Let me send you another one. I'm sending you the same. I'm gonna send you another link. Okay.
All right. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right. Anyone finished with the quiz?
Me.
Who's me?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, can you send it again?
I didn't get it to.
Who wants me to send it again?
Can you send it again, please? Jerusalem. I'm not getting on to anything because okay, thanks.
All right. I sent it just now. All right. Now some person's current went off. So if your current is not has not gone off, then you're fortunate.
I'm on my mother's phone using her data.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Okay, anyone else finish the quiz? Let me know if you finished the quiz, please.
I finished.
You
Yes,
finished?
sir.
Okay, what did you get on the quiz?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Anyone else?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Okay.
10 out of
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Okay. Okay, for those of you who are finished with the, go ahead.
I got a 10 out of 10.
Got a 10 out of 10. Okay, good. For those of you who are finished with the quiz, I want you to answer the questions that's on the screen. Well, let me put it on the screen first, because it's not on the screen. And then I want you to answer this in your book, right? I want you to answer this in your book. So write this down and answer this in your book. Just these two questions. Answer this and write this down in your book. Here, you should know what R is. Well, let me not help you with that good. So answer these in your book for me, please. That's for those who are finished with the quiz. Malachi, very good. Freddie, very good. Delvon Sands, you need to redo the quiz. Aiden Frandu, you need to redo the quiz. Malia Major, very good. Jaden Branchador, very good. Zion Neely, very good. Aikisha.
I got an 8 out of 10.
Okay, Aikisha Smith, please redo your quiz. Ramon Lowe, please redo your quiz. Miss Cash, you have to redo the quiz. Dave, very good. And Jania Pinder, very good. Cordell Pratt, please redo your quiz. Where's Dave?
Right there.
You're supposed to be doing the thing that I sent you.
Okay, I can do that.
And it's not okay. It's either yes or no, sir. All
That's
right.
all.
Did I get a 10 out of 10?
Okay, very good. Dave, please read the message carefully. All right. I want you to follow the instructions very carefully. You understand me?
That's all.
Good. Okay, so for those of you who are finished with the quiz, are you working on the question that's on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me speak to some people. Internet probably just went out. Where is Xavier Miller? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. Tanaya, are you there? Where's Tanaya?
I'm here.
Okay. Chanel Jones, what are you working on? Chanel Jones, what are you working on? Chanel Jones, are you there? Where's Chanel?
No.
What are you working on?
The quiz.
The quiz, okay. And Debria DeVoe, what are you working on? Debria DeVoe, what are you working on? Where's Debria DeVoe? I can't hear from
The
Debria.
quiz.
You on the quiz as well?
The
Okay.
quiz.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Can you find the quiz for me, please?
I can. I can send the quiz for you. I'm gonna send the quiz over for those persons who need it. Okay, so the quiz is posted inside the chat. Okay, did y'all finish with this work that's on the screen?
Yes,
No, I
Yeah.
just got started.
No. What y'all got for it? For those who finished it.
That's number one is
Do we answer this
127.17 centimeters.
127.17. Okay.
Yeah, let me get a square.
And
Centimeter square, sorry.
number 2, y'all finished with number 2 yet?
Almost.
Almost, okay. Genesis, are you finished with your quiz?
For number 2, I got
157
157
157 cm squared.
Okay. Go ahead, Genesis. I didn't hear you.
Not yet. Soon.
Not yet. Okay. Anaya Monroe. Where's Anaya?
Yes, sir.
What are you working on?
The work.
The work that's on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Delancia and Bristol.
I'm done with the work on the screen.
That's good. Send it to me, please, if you're finished with it. If you're done with the work on the screen, please take a picture of it and send it to me. Where's Delancia and Bristol? Delancia and Bristol. Can you hear me? I can't hear from Delancia. Delancia and Bristol, are you there?
They got 10 out of 10.
That's good. Jaden Branchador, where's Jaden?
Yeah,
What are you working on?
the work on the screen.
You finished the quiz?
Yeah, so
What you got on the quiz?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Okay. Cameron. Cameron,
Yes, sir.
you finished with the quiz?
Yes, sir.
What you got on it?
Got a 10 out of 10.
Okay. What are you working on now?
They will just start the question straight.
Okay. And where is Sean? Sean, can you hear me? Where's Sean?
There you go.
What are you working on?
On the quiz.
On the quiz, okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Petit, I got 10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Ten out of 10.
Say it again. What you say you got?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Okay, that's good.
I
Excuse me,
got 10 out of 10 too, Mr. Petit.
All right, that's no problem.
excuse me, Mr. Petit. Excuse me, Mr. Petit. As I was doing as I was in the process like of finishing the work, I was trying to figure out how did we get when we was multiplying, I was trying to figure out how we to get another answer to add them together.
How do we get that answer?
Yes, sir. I did forget that part.
When you say the other part, what you mean?
As we was multiplying and we got our answer and we had to multiply our answer by something else. I forgot how to get the other answer in order to add them.
Okay, so well, the first thing we do is we take this number and we half it, right? That's how we got 7, right?
Yes, sir.
Then we do 7 squared, which gives us 7 times 7, right?
Yes, sir.
7 times 7 is what?
7 times 7 is 49.
49, very good. So we do 3.14 times 49, right? And that gives us 153.86, right?
Yes, sir.
Then we divide by 2. And that gives us 76.93. That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
That makes sense? Okay, good. All right.
Oh, Mr. Petit, I was actually talking about the other side.
The other side? What other side?
The one where we had to multiply and then like we had to do
this one?
Like find the other number to add. Yes, sir. That
Oh,
one.
we put the 0 here, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Then we multiply by 4. We multiply 3.14 by 4. So we use 4. Say it again.
You could repeat that.
So we put the 0 as a placeholder. And then we have 4 times 4, which is 16. Put the 6 down, put the 1 up. 4 times 1, which is 4 plus 1 is 5. And then 4 times 3 is 12. And so that's how we got this bottom number to add to this top number. All right?
Okay. Thank you.
And it's not okay. It's either yes or no, so. Naja. What's your full name is? How do you pronounce your name?
Renasia.
Renasia, last name? What's your last name is, Renasia?
Buchanan.
Buchanan. Okay. So, Renasia, you understand how I told you that? You understand that?
Just one more time, please.
Okay. So what I was saying is, after we finish multiply by the 9, right? And you got this number.
Yes, sir.
You put the 0 down, right? And then you do 4 times 4, which is 16. Put the 6 down. Put the 1 up. You do 4 times 1, which is 4 plus 1 is 5. And then you do 4 times 3, which is 12. So basically, you have to multiply by 4 next. After you already multiply by 9, you have to multiply by 4. That makes sense?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, for the rest of you, for the first one, I got, sorry. Wait, for the first one, what did y'all get? 127 point something, I was saying.
17.
0.17.
0.17. And for the second one,
Excuse me, Mr.
and for the second one, what did y'all get?
157 centimeters squared.
157 centimeters square.
Okay, so my answers are, I think the same as y'all one. Let me move this at the back. So I got, wait, this thing is, do this sometimes. So let me come out of sharing my screen so I could do this.
Mr. Petit, are we supposed to write that in our book?
No, you don't write this down. Okay, so I mean, if you haven't written it down, then that means, you know, that means that you don't have it yet. I don't know. Give me one moment. Let me just fix the screen. Give me some problems. Okay, good. Y'all can see it now, right? So
Yes, sir.
for number 1,
Yes,
I
sir.
got 127.
Sorry, good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
I have to leave right now.
Okay, no problem. So
Okay,
we
sir.
got 127.17 centimeters squared. And then for the other one, we got 157 centimeters squared. That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Anyone got those two answers?
I did.
You did? Okay.
I did.
All right, good. Let's
I
do,
did.
no problem. So let's do, okay. So please stop with the quizzes. Let's go ahead and do this. So I want us to do some more examples, but this time it's going to be different. So the first time we were given the radius.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
I mean, the first time we were given the diameter. Go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt, but it doesn't want to let me see my test score.
What's your name is?
Anton.
Anton, you just finished it?
Yes, sir.
You got a 10 out of 10. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So,
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
go ahead.
Are you going to have us be finding the diameter?
No. 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 In this case, we are going to be given the radius. That's the only change. So straight up, we're going to be given the radius. And so let's say that we have this. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I wasn't speaking.
Oh.
All right, so for this one, let's say that we have this. Let's say that I am only highlighting this red portion. So please make sure that you understand that only the red portion is being highlighted. And so let's say that I have.
Are we writing this?
Yeah, you're writing this down. So again, our goal is to find.
highlight mine too.
Again, our goal is to find the area of the semicircle. And again, I am only referring to this part right here, not the entire line, just this portion here. So again, the goal is to find the area. So find the area. Find the area. And so if we want to find the area, what is going to be the formula for the area? That's going to be what? The area is equal to what?
Pi r squared.
Area is equal to pi r squared divided by what?
Divided by 2.
Pi r squared divided by what? Divided by 2. Yes. In this case, what is the radius? In this case, what is the radius?
5 centimeters.
5 centimeters. 5 centimeters. The radius is 5 centimeters. That's what the radius is. So this is going to be equal to pi in this case is what? 3.14.
3.14.
3.14. Now, in this case, do we have the half 5? Do we have
No,
the
sir.
half it? Do we have the half it?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
Why not?
because
it's
we'll
already
have a
half.
remainder.
No, that's not why. Why don't we have it?
That's when you have the line.
That's the radius already.
Because
Yeah.
it's the radius. Yeah.
Because the radius was already given. So you don't have to half it because it's already halved. All right, does that make sense? So the radius was already given, so you don't have to half it. So 3.14 multiplied by
5
5 what?
squared.
Squared all over 2. And we know that it's going to be equal to, what is 5 squared? That's what?
5 times 5.
5 times 5. So 3.14 multiplied by
25.
multiplied by 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is what?
25.
25.
25. All over
2.
all over 2. So that's going to be equal to 3.14
Times 25 divided by 2.
times 25. Very good. Divided by
2.
Divided by 2. Everyone should be writing this down. Shekinah, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir. I'm writing all the questions down.
Xavier Miller, are you writing this down? Xavier Miller, are you writing this down?
No, sir. It's on the record. Just send me.
Oh, you mean the circle theorem?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Chanel, not Chanel. Stanae and Stanisha. Where's Stanae and Stanisha?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Sean, where's Sean? Sean Norval Smith?
I'm rejected.
No, Sean Norval Smith.
Oh, no, Smith.
Yes, sir.
You didn't have swimming today?
No, sir.
So you're joining us with the math already?
Yes, sir.
So do you have like writing utensils to write this down?
Yes, sir. I writing it down now.
Writing it down. Do you have any questions so far?
No, sir.
Okay. So we have 3.14 times 25 all over 2. That's going to be equal to so what do we have? We have to multiply something, right? We have to multiply 3.14 by 25. When we multiply, what y'all got? That's gonna be what?
76.5.
76.5?
78.5.
78.5.
Yes, 78.5.
78.5. Okay, so that's what 3.14 times 25. So let's multiply it together. I want to put this.
I have the full answer.
If you have the full answer already, you can put inside the chat. If you have the full answer, you can put inside the chat. Let me, this is gonna be 3.14. 3.14 multiplied by what? Multiplied by 25?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, Mr. T.
Uh-huh.
When I put 25, put it as 20. I could put it as 25 centimeters squared or just 25 squared.
Just put 25. Don't worry about the centimeter squared for now.
Okay, thank
Leave
you.
that at the end. All right, don't put inside your working. So 5 times 4 is 20. Put the 0 down, put the 2 up. 5 times 1 is what?
4.
4.
5.
4 plus 2 is what?
6.
No, plus 2. Plus 2. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. 7. 5 times 3 is what?
15.
15. Good. Now we got to put a placeholder, right? So we put a 0 here. Then we multiply by 2. 2 times 4 is?
8.
8. 2 times 1 is?
2.
2. 2 times 3 is?
6.
6. And we add them together. And this gives us all over. 0 plus 0 is? 0. 7 plus 8 is? What is 7 plus 8? 15.
15.
2250.
Put the 5 down, put the 1 up. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 2 is?
8.
8. And 6 plus 1 is?
7.
7. 78.50.
Now we have the 3.14, so it's gonna be 78.50. So that's how we get that, because we multiply the 2. So it's gonna be 3.14 multiplied by 25. That gives us 78.50. Do you all understand that part? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
All over 2.
I come to ask for the radius.
Uh-huh.
How do we get the number for the radius? Like what breaks down for the number?
Okay, so in this case, the radius, so the radius is always half of the circle. So in this case, they already tell us that half of the circle is, half the diameter is 5. So we don't have to divide it by 2. We're just gonna put 5 because they already tell us that the radius is half of it, which is 5. So in this case, R is 5. So we're gonna use R here. Understand that?
What if it's like a bigger number?
So if it's a bigger number, it doesn't matter where it's big or not. Only thing that matters is if, like for example, the ones that we did here, notice that it was the entire diameter was 18. So since the entire diameter was 18, we had to divide it by 2, right? But in this case, these examples, they already give us the radius. So we don't have to define the radius. We were given it automatically. So we just have to use it. So that's why in this case, the radius is 5. That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we have to do 78.50. We divide that by 2. What y'all got? Now divided it.
39.25 centimeters square.
39.25 centimeters square.
So we have 78. 78.50. How many times does 2 goes into 7? How many times does 2 go into 7?
3 times.
3.
3 times. So 2 times 3 is 6.
6.
And 7 minus 6 is 1. How many times does bring down the 18? Bring down the 8. How many times does 2 go into 18?
9 times. 9 times.
9 times. 2 times 9 is 18.
18.
We do 18 minus 18. Gonna be 0, 0. Points. How many times does 2 go into 5?
2.
Twice.
2 times.
2 times 2 is
4.
4. Bring down the 5. 2 times 2 is 4. So it's gonna be 4. So 5 minus 4 is
1.
1. And we bring down the
0.
0. 2, how many times 2 goes into 10?
2 times.
How many times does 2 goes
5
into 10?
times. 5 times.
5 times. 2 times 5 is
10.
10. So then we do 10 minus 10, which is 0. And so that means that our answer for this is going to be what? 39 point what?
25 centimeters square.
0.25 centimeters squared. All right. Do y'all understand this? Let me know, please. If you understand this.
I understand, but like,
Do we understand
I
this?
understand.
Do we understand this? Anyone else? Do we understand this?
Yes, I understand.
You understand?
Yes, sir. It's very easy.
Very easy. Sean Smith, do you understand this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, explain how we got 39.25.
Okay. So first you get the radius, which is 5 centimeters.
Uh-huh.
And then I forget what this I mean the
Pi.
Yeah, pi, and then after fraction, so you put that over fraction with 3.14 times 5 twice,
5
and
squared, yeah.
that's good. And then 3.14 times 5 is 78.50 divided by 2, that'd be 39.25. I mean,
39.25 centimeters squared.
yes, sir.
That makes sense? All right.
Yes, sir.
Do y'all need one more example? Or are you good? Anyone need one more example?
just
need
one
more example.
One more, good.
One more.
One more example? Okay, let's do one more before we get the quiz on this. All right. One more example. Here we come. Okay, good. So if they are ready, the rule here is that if you are given the radius already, you don't have to divide by 2 to get it. All right. So let me put this up so I'll have more space. So we have, this is going to be, let's say this. So let's say we have 8. I don't want to use 8 because I feel like we used 8 before. Let's use, say, Let's use 12. Yeah, that could be too much. That could be too long. I don't know. Let's just use something simple. Let's use 3 centimeters. So in this case, what is R? R is what?
3 centimeters.
3
R is,
centimeters.
R is 3 centimeters. Do we have to half it?
No.
Oh,
No.
No, sir.
Why?
Because that's the
They already,
radius.
that's the radius there. They already give us the radius.
They already give us the radius, so no need to half it. Alea, are you there? I know you're pronouncing your name wrong.
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you understand what we're doing?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down? Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Everyone should be writing this down, right? Everyone should be writing this down a part of your notes, and then you're gonna take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. So the formula for the area of a circle is gonna be what? Pi r squared all over 2. In this case, pi is what? What is pi?
3.14.
3.14. 3.14. And the radius is what?
3.
The radius is 3. So it's gonna be 3 all over what? All over 2. So it's 3 squared. That's gonna be equal to 3.14 multiplied by what is 3 squared? That's gonna be what?
9.
3 times 3, right?
9.
All over what? All over?
2.
All over 2.
2.
Very good. So it's gonna be equal to 3.14 multiplied by what is 3 times 3?
9.
9. Thank you, Cordell. 9. Ajani, are you writing this down? Where's Ajani? 3 times 9. Ajani, are you writing this down? Can't have from Ajani. Anthony St. Remy, are you writing this down? Where's Anthony?
I'm here. Yes, I am.
Okay, good. So 3.14 times 9 all over 2. Okay, good. Aiden Bethel, are you there? Where's Aiden? Aiden Bethel, can you hear me? Can I from Aiden Bethel?
Yes,
Aiden, can you hear me? Are you writing this down, Aiden?
Yes, sir.
That's good. You understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
That's good. Christelle. Or Crystal.
Yes, sir.
What's your last name is?
Bodie.
Bodie. Okay.
Yeah.
You just reached or you already was already here?
I was here.
Okay, you understand what we'll be doing?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna multiply. What is easy? Just 3.14 times 9. Should be very easy. So it's gonna be 3.14. What y'all got? Because I know you already did this. What y'all got when you multiply them?
28.26.
Times 9,
17.
17. 9 times 4 is what?
28.26.
9.4. 9 times 4 is?
36.
36. Put the 6 down, put the 3 up. 9 times 1 is 9. Plus 3 is what? 12. Put the 2 down. Put the 1 up. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 plus 1 is?
28.
28. 28. So it's going to be 28 point what?
26.
28.26. Which is equal to 28.26. All over what? All over 2. Very good. And
Pardon
so,
me, Mr. Petit.
yes, Genesis.
I keep hearing you say all over. Is that like a math term? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, when I say all over, that means like divided by.
figured.
No problem. All right. Next we have what we have to do at this point. Divide what? We have to do half of what?
We have to divide 28.26 by 2.
Very good. 28.26 by 2. Question.
I just say divide, then I say 28.26. That's it.
Nika, where's Nika?
Yes, sir.
Did you finish all of the question completely?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
What's your answers? What's your answers?
14.13 centimeters squared.
14.13? Yeah, that's correct.
Yes, sir.
That's correct. Centimeter squared. Very good. How many times does 2 go into 28? Well, no, let's do how many times 2 goes into 2?
1.
Once.
1.
2 times 1 is?
1 times 2 is 2.
Yeah, we subtract. 2 minus 2 is 0. Bring down the
8.
8. How many times does 2 go into 8?
4. 4 times.
4 times. 2 times 4 is?
8.
8. So we have 8 minus 8, which is?
0.
0. We put the point above. Oh, we get the point above. We bring down the?
2.
Bring down the 2. How many times does 2 go into 2?
1.
1 time. So 2 times 1 is?
2.
2. So we do 2 minus 2, which is?
0.
0. Bring down the 6. How many times does 2 go into 6?
3
times.
3 times. 2 times 3 is?
6.
6 minus 6 is?
0.
0. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. Will I be penalized for the way I did my division? Because I just did 2 times 28. And then I did 2 times 2, and then I did 2 times 6. I didn't do 2 times 2 and then 2 times 8.
That's no problem.
Okay.
You could go
I mean,
straight
2
into 14.
into 8, sorry.
You could go straight into 14. That's fine.
Okay.
So it's gonna be what? 14 point what?
13 centimeters squared.
14.13 centimeters squared. All right. Do we understand this? Let me know, please, if y'all understand it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. How many persons understand how to do this? Let me know if y'all understand, please, before I move on.
I do.
Understand.
I do.
Me.
I do.
That's
Yes, sir.
Where's Michaela Maki? Michaela?
I do.
Good. Where's Michaela Maki?
I do.
That's good. Michaela?
I'm here.
You are writing
I'm
down the
here.
notes and everything?
Yes, sir.
That's good.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I'm on number 4 for the assignment, but like when I tried to start doing the division by adding and multiplying all the numbers, I got like bungled up like between the numbers.
Okay. What's your name?
Renasia.
Renasia? Renasia, I think that you have a problem with dividing. Now, if you have a problem with dividing, it's going to be hard for me to teach you this because
I don't have a problem. I just went too fast and I was trying to understand.
how about now? Do you get it or no?
I getting it, but like I just need you to help me go over it.
Go which part?
The part where when we had to bring down the number in order to take away.
So I'm saying you have a problem with dividing. So that's your problem right there. So your problem is not what I'm teaching. Your problem is you don't understand really how to divide. Now I could help you with that, but you have to practice how to divide it on your own, right? There's only so much I could do in this one class, okay? So you have to practice how to divide with these big numbers because you need to know how to divide. And that's not only us. Some of you also have problems with division. So you have to learn how to divide if you don't know how to divide. Because it's going to be hard for you to answer these questions if you don't know how to divide. All right. So the first thing that we do is we say how many times does 2 go into 2? 2 goes into itself once. 2 times 1 is 2. And so we say 2 minus 2, which is 0. We bring down the 8. And so we say how many times does 2 go into 8? 2 goes into 8 4 times. So we have 2 times 4, which is 8. Let me say 8 minus 8, which is 0. We bring down the 2. Let me see how many times does 2 go into 2? Well, it goes into 2 once. 2 times 1 is 2. And so we say 2 minus 2, which is 0. And then we bring down the 6. And we say, well, how many times does 2 go into 6? Well, 2 goes into 6 3 times. So we say 2 times 3, which gives us 6. And say 6 minus 6 is 0. All right, so that's the process, okay? Now, for those of you who still don't get it, what you have to do is go on YouTube, go on in your own spare time and learn how to divide because that's a skill that you're supposed to know at this point, okay? So let's go ahead and do this quiz. I'm gonna put the quiz inside the chat. This is quiz 2.
Excuse me, Mr. T.
Go ahead.
May I use the bathroom, please?
Yes, you can. I'm gonna put the quiz inside the chat. It's out of 10. For these ones, remember that the radius is already given. And so you don't have to go about half and anything and stuff. So we're gonna call this quiz number 2. Okay. So we start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once you've started the quiz, please put started inside the chat again. Once you started the quiz, please put started inside the chat. Carrington, where's Carrington? Where's Carrington? Carrington, are you there? You said you're muted. Okay. Okay, Karen, can you hear me now? Okay, what you're saying now?
I didn't get all the notes.
Didn't get all the notes? Okay. Start by writing this on the board. Have you written this down yet?
Yes, sir.
You already wrote this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, you should be able to do the quiz based on this because the quiz is just based on these 2 examples. All right. Okay. Damari or Damari? Damari?
Excuse me, but you just got my question, please.
Who's that speaking? Trevon?
Yes, sir.
Where's Damari?
Yes, sir.
Damari, have you written this down?
Yes, sir.
Have you sent it to me?
Not as yet.
You need to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. My number, let me put my number in the chat. My number is 426-8891. Where's Sean Norval Smith?
Can you resend the quiz, please?
Resend the quiz? I can. Okay. Where's Sean? I think the internet is so unstable. Sean, I don't think, oh yeah, there he is. Sean, Novel Smith, can you hear me? I don't know if his internet is working properly. Again, if Sean, Novel Smith, can you hear me? Okay, can't hear from him. Miles, have you already submitted your work? Where's Miles?
Yes, sir. I doing the
Uh,
quiz.
How about your brother? Where's your brother? I don't hear from him. I only hear from you. Where's Marks? Marks, can you hear me? Where's Marks?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How come I only hearing your brother? I'm not hearing you. What are you doing?
I doing the quiz.
Have you already sent in the notices yet?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Jeff Tanique Murphy. Where's Jeff Tanique Murphy? Jeff Tanique Murphy. Are
Yes,
you
sir.
there?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Jeff Tanique, have you already sent in the work?
Yes, sir.
I didn't see you send in the work for me last night.
I did.
You did? You did?
And I remember one.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Where is Caden Dean? Where's Caden?
Roger.
Caden, you understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir. I doing the quiz.
You're doing the quiz. Okay.
10,
Yes.
Mr. Petit.
You got a 10 out of 10, Kamani?
Yes, sir.
That's good. Kamani, don't forget what I told you.
Yes, sir.
Where's Dave? Dave? Where's Dave? Dave, can you hear me? Where's Dave? I can't hear from Dave. Hello, Dave, are you there? That's insane. I can't hear from Dave. Disha? Where's Disha?
I got 10 out of 10, Mr. Petit. This Evelyn.
Very good, Miss Evelyn. Who else? Nala Knowles, very good, very good. Sashnik, very good. Crimson, very good. Sanisha, very good. Chanel Penn, very good. Alicia Ouden, very good. Malik, Aiden, Friendu, Malicio, Nala Knowles. Where's Nala? Nala, you have the, okay, she did do it. She did redo it. Amaya, very good. Ty Clark, very good. Michael Eugene, very good. Zion Neely, very good. Samaya Pinda, very good. Caleb Higgs, very good. Malachi Russell, very good. So I want you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Once you finish with your quiz, the notes and the things that I have on the board, make sure I take a picture of it and send them via WhatsApp if you don't have it already.
Did I finish my quiz? I got a 10 out of 10.
Who's that speaking?
Ethan Adderley.
Ethan Adderley, that's good. Ethan. Elcha Store, where's Elcha? Elcha Store.
I got an 8 out of 10.
Who's that speaking?
Malaya Major.
Malaya who?
Major.
City, oh, Malaya Major, okay. Where's Elcha Store?
I got a 10 out of 10.
That's good. Where's Elcha Store? Elcha, can you hear me? For some reason I can't hear from Elcha. And anyone else finish their quiz? Let me know, please, if you finished the quiz.
I'm done.
You're done? Okay.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Perfect.
I'm done.
What
I
you
got a 10 out of 10.
You got a 10 out of 10? That's good. Okay.
Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
May I use the bathroom, please?
Who's that speaking?
Camilla.
Yes,
Excuse me,
you can.
Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. May you resend the quiz, please?
Resend the quiz? Okay, let me put the
My current ran out.
Who's that speaking?
Lindira.
Your current went off?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It just came back on, eh?
Yes, sir.
Where do you live? What area do you live in?
Prince Charles.
Prince Charles, oh, Foxhole area.
Yes, sir.
Feeling baked.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, they got 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, okay, good. All right. How many persons? Who else is finished with the quiz?
I'm finished.
I'm done. Yes, sir.
I'm finished.
Okay, good.
I'm finished.
Okay. All right. So for those of us who are finished with the quiz, let's write this down. Let's write this down. So let me change the design for us.
Mr. Petit, I finished the quiz and I got a 10 out of 10.
Who's that speaking?
Harmony.
Harmony. Very good, Harmony.
Mr. Petit, I finished 2 and I got 10 out of 10.
That's Dunaway?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good, Dunaway.
Mr. Petit, I can't see your screen.
You can't see my screen?
No, sir.
Okay, how about now? Can you see it?
Okay, I can see it now.
Okay, good. So, okay, we're gonna be looking at this next section. We're gonna be looking at this is section 2. We're gonna be looking at the anatomy of right triangles. So write this down for me, please. Write this down. How many persons are finished with the quiz? Let me know if you finished with the quiz.
I'm finished.
Finished?
I'm finished.
Okay. You have to pass it with 80%.
Still working on it.
Still working on it. Okay, so we're looking at the anatomy of right triangles. The first thing that we know is that one moment. We know that a right triangle by definition, so write this down for me, please. A right triangle or right angled triangle is a triangle that has what? How do we define a right triangle? By
It has a
definition.
90-degree angle inside of it.
Do we write this down?
It has a
Right.
90-degree angle inside of it.
Yeah, write this down for me, please. So a right angle triangle is a triangle that has one angle that measures what? That measures
90 degrees.
90 degrees. What do we know about our right an angle that measures 90 degrees? What do we call that angle? So a 90-degree angle.
The measure 90, that's a acute angle.
No, it's not an acute angle.
Right angle.
A 90-degree angle is also known as
Angle.
Is also known as a
Angle.
A right angle. Very good. So a right angle triangle is one that measures 90 degrees. Right? 90 degrees also known as a what? As a right angle. Make sense? Now, Now a right angle has 3 sides. What are the sides of a right angle triangle? A right angle triangle, let me put it, a right angle triangle has 3 sides, namely the base. What else? The altitude or the height. So write this down for me, please. And also the hypotenuse. And the hypotenuse is the longest side. So what is the longest side of a right angle triangle?
The hypotenuse.
The hypotenuse is the longest side. So we have the base, the altitude, the height, the base, the altitude or the height, and the hypotenuse. Those are the 3 sides of the right angle triangle. Now, if we were to draw it, that's how it would look. So the right angle triangle would look like this. It would look just like this. So it has the base, it has the height, and it has the hypotenuse. So the longest side of the right angle triangle is called the what? What's the longest side called?
Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse, very good. Jemiah? Jemiah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What is the longest side of a right triangle called?
Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse, very good. Sashini, give me the 3 parts of the right angle triangle.
The 3 parts of the right angle triangle is the base, the height, and the hypotenuse.
Very good. So a right angle triangle is usually drawn with a small square box between the base and the altitude of the triangle. The box, what does the box mean?
90 degrees.
The small box indicates what? Indicates that the angle formed between the 2 sides is 90 degrees. Is 90 degrees in measure. So the box indicates that it's 90 degrees. Okay. So Joel, are you writing this down? Where's Joel? Joel, are you writing this down?
Hey, are you talking to me?
Joel Cooper, yes.
Yes, I am.
You're writing this down. And Wyatt, are you writing this down? Where's Wyatt? Wyatt, can you hear me? Shekinah, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
How about Stavonia? Stavonia, are you writing this down? You writing this down, Stavonia?
Yes, sir.
Miles, what does the small box indicate?
The
Draw
small
the
box
diagram.
indicates
Go ahead,
that
Miles.
the angle formed between the two sides is 90 degrees in measure.
Very good. And Charltonique, where's Charltonique?
Mr. Petty, draw the
I'm
diagram.
here.
Charltonique, what are the three sides of the right triangle?
Altitude, base, and hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse. All right. Antoine, where's Antoine?
Yes, sir.
What's another word for altitude?
Height.
Height. Please draw this diagram and label it. Again, please draw the diagram and label it. Okay.
I'm drawing the sentences.
Again, please draw the diagram and label it. Deshae Clark, where's Deshae Clark?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Deshae, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
You understand what we're doing so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Deshae, what is the definition of a right angle triangle?
The definition of a right angle triangle is it indicates 90 degrees.
It's a triangle that has what?
Um,
The first
like-
read the first one. It's a triangle that has what?
Pardon?
Read the first line.
A right angled triangle is a triangle that has one angle that measures 90 degrees.
Yes, one angle that measures 90 degrees. That's how you know you're dealing with a right angle triangle if one of the angles measures 90 degrees. Okay. Carrington. Where's Carrington?
So
What is another word for a 90-degree angle? It's also known as a what? It's the second line. A 90-degree angle is also known as a what?
right angle, right angle.
It's also known as a right angle. Good. Are y'all done with writing this down? So I could move on to the next slide.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm on the ending right now.
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir. No. Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. Not yet. I
Okay.
finished.
You finish? Okay. Patrick,
Yes, sir.
what are the three sides of the right angle triangle?
The base, the height, and the hypotenuse. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yes, the base, the height, and the hypotenuse. Very good. Ania or Anaya Monroe?
Sir,
What are the three sides of the right angle triangle?
the base, the altitude, height, and hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse. Janaya Pinda? Where's Janaya? Janaya Pinda.
Yes, sir.
What does the small box indicate? Like this small box, what does that mean? What does this small box mean?
I don't know.
You don't know? Read the sentence. Read the
small box indicates that the angle formed between the two sides is 90 degrees in measure.
Very good. So what does the small box mean? That what?
It indicates between the two sides,
It indicates that this is what? How many degrees?
90 degrees.
90 degrees. So again, what does the small box mean? That
90 degrees.
That this is 90 degrees. All right. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Good. Jeff Taniga Murphy. By the way, if you have this written down already, please take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. If you have this written down already, please take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp if you have it written down. Please take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Sean Novel Smith. Where's Sean? I can't hear from Sean. I wonder if he can hear me. Sean Novel Smith, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, sir. My power going out. I just finished the quiz.
Okay. But can you hear me?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. What you got on the quiz?
A 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Okay. You have written this down yet, or you haven't written this down yet?
Well, I haven't written it down yet.
Okay. So quickly write this down before we move on. So if we sped some Sharice Gator.
Yes, sir.
How many sides does a right angle triangle have? How many sides?
2.
How many sides does a right angle triangle have? Look at the figure. This is the image right there. How many sides does a right angle triangle have?
Oh, 3.
3, very good. What are the names of the 3 sides, Sharice? What are the name of the 3 sides? Sharice?
Pardon me?
What's the name of the 3 sides? What's the name of the 3 sides of the right angle triangle? You have the what?
Base.
The base, yes. What else?
Altitude.
The altitude or height. And then what else? We call this the hypotenuse. So let me ask you again, what is the 3 sides? What is the names of the 3 sides?
Hypotenuse, base, altitude.
Very good. Hypotenuse, base, and altitude. Okay, are we done with this slide? I'm gonna move it. I think that's enough. Are we done with the slide?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Almost.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Sean.
Yes, sir.
Is there a way for you to screenshot this? Because we have to move on to the next one.
Yes, sir.
So screenshot this and then we can move on. Dior, you have a question?
No, sir.
Okay. You got it, Sean?
Finish writing this right in time.
Sean, you got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, so moving right along. So what I want y'all to do is I want you to identify. I'm going to give you an image, right? And I want you to identify the right, like how many right triangles do you see, basically? So I'm going to give you an image and I want you to tell me how many right triangles do you see? Let's start off with this one. So just put inside the chat. Just put inside the chat. How many right angle triangles are there? Just put inside the chat, okay?
I don't see nothing.
Okay, so
Mr. Petit, maybe excuse this.
1 second. Can y'all see it now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
You can't see it?
No, sir. No, sir.
Mr. Petit, okay, we can see it now.
You can see it now?
See it now, Mr. Petit.
Okay, so tell me how many right angle triangles are inside of the shape. Put your hands inside the chat. How many right angle triangles do you see inside the shape? Put your hands inside the chart, please. How many right angle triangles do you see inside the shape? Put your hands inside the chart. Let me repeat myself. How many right angles? Do not draw this, by the way. You don't have enough time for that. How many right angle triangles do you see inside of the shape? Tell me, how many right angle triangles do you see? Want me to read your answers?
Yes, sir.
So,
No,
Fast.
sir.
yes, sir. Come check on my.
No, sir.
Say no. Okay, Sashnik says none. Miss Cass says 4, Freddie says 8, Cleveland says 8, Kamani says 3, Genesis says 6, Michael says 5. Kamani says, I don't know. Joel says 6, Sherelle says 2 or 4, Sean says 3. Shekinah says 4. Okay. I'm gonna count to 3 and you're gonna tell me what you think it is. You go open your mic and tell me what you think it is. 1, 2, 3. How many do you think?
5. 1.
10.
5.
1. I don't see any. 1.
That's 2. 2.
8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8,
does a right triangle look? We know how a right triangle look, right? We just said
Yes,
it.
sir.
It looked like what? It looked like this, right? So do we see this inside of it? Now, it doesn't only have to look like this, right? It also could look like, so it could look like this. This is a one way, or it could look like this, right? Once it's a 90, right? Or it could look like this. I think that's the same thing. Or it could look like this. Or it could look like this. Or it could look like this. All of these are 90 degrees. So I ask again, how many right triangles are in this shape?
None, Mr. Petit. I don't see any.
I see some. I see a
don't
lot.
see any.
None?
I see some in there. I see some in
1,000.
there.
I see some.
3.
Question.
All right.
Question.
4.
I see 2.
You see?
Did I have a question?
Okay.
I see 3.
Say
I see
3.
3. I see 4.
All right.
nothing.
I see none.
Mr. Petit, I don't see any 90 degrees in none of them.
All right. Well, let's go over it then. Let's go over it. I'm going to give you all one. This is 1.
I knew it is a trick
I
question.
saw that one.
This is 1 because
That's the one I see. I see 2. The next one next to it.
this is 1. So how do I know that's 1? Because if we highlight it, this is 90 degrees right here, isn't it? That's the 90 degree right
Two
there.
curved angles count. Two curved lines count.
No, curved lines do not count. It's a straight edge. All right, so that's 1. Where's our link? Then I have that's 1, right? Then I have another one.
I say 2.
And
I
so-
say 2.
And then this one right here.
Petit, that is not fair. All these lines confusing me.
And
It can't be fair because the
believe
box
it's
wasn't
straight.
there, Mr. Petit.
It's fair because I saw them.
Wow.
and so it is 2. 2 right angle triangles are inside the shape.
Can we get
I
another?
have that.
one? Another
2 right
I
angle.
got
One
2.
big one in the
2.
middle. The
2.
whole thing makes one big one.
2. Do you want one more? I can do one more. One more.
Yes, sir.
One more. Okay. How about this one? How many right angle? Put your answer inside the chat.
Mr.
Put your
Petit.
answer in the chat. Put your answer in the chat.
Mr. Petit, what is this? What is this?
Put your answer inside the chat. How many right
Only
angle?
one guy, see one.
Put your answer in the chat. Put your answer in the chat. How many right angle triangles are in here? Put your answer inside the chat for me. How many right angle triangles do you see in here? Okay. Okay, I'm looking at chat. Ethan says 3. Adrian says 1, Alicia says 2, Barry says, Kamani says 2, Dunaway says 5, Miles says 3, Jamal says 4, Aaliyah says 4, Carrington says 2. Okay, I'm gonna give you opportunity to respond. 3, 2, 1. Tell me what you have.
Four.
No,
it's three. It's three. I changed my answer. It's three.
14.
It's three. It's three. I just see it. It's three. I see
Three?
I see.
One. Okay, all right.
Four.
All right.
Four.
Okay. All right.
Three on top.
It's 3. Okay. So let's do it.
It's 2. I got 2.
You got 2. Okay.
I got 2.
All right, let's try it. This is going to be 1. Everyone saw this one, right? This one in the middle.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, that's 1. And then
I
there's
like
another
when the
one.
angles.
There's another one on the side, right? So that's 2. And then there's another one here. So that's 3. And then, yeah, just 3. Just those 3.
Good job. I am right.
Those 3.
Yeah. You get it right. Yeah. It's not 4.
Who said 3? Anyone
It's
said
not
3?
8.
I said 3.
I said 3.
It's
not 8. It's not 2.
said
It's
3.
not 5. It's
All right.
3.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad that y'all get that. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Let's move on to health science. So if you're not doing health science or general science, if you're not doing health science
Good
or
night,
general
Mr. Petit.
science, you can leave. If you're not doing health science or general science, you can leave. But for those of us who are doing health science or general science, you
Good
can
night,
stay
Mr.
back.
Petit.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
So health science and general science people, let's stay back and do what we have to do, do what we came here to do, and
Mr.
that
Petit.
is do health science. Go ahead.
I'm mark for general science.
Stay back, please. I don't want you going and coming back. Stay back. Those who are doing health science and general science, please stay. Health and general science peoples, please stay back.
Mr. Petit, do I do health science?
Who's that speaking?
Randolph.
Randolph, yes. Well, I shouldn't say that. Ask your mommy.
Okay, I'm gonna ask her right now.
And it's not okay? It's either yes or no, so okay?
Yes, ma'am.
That makes sense. All right, so we're gonna be looking at let's go ahead and look at one of a very good topic. So let me y'all can't see my screen now, right? So let me share it. Let me share my screen with you all. Let me share my screen. Okay, so
she said yes.
She said yes.
Okay.
So you know what you have to do, right?
So
good. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about it. So y'all can't see my screen, so let me share it with you. So all right, let's head up. For those of us who are doing general science, let's head up. Today is, my name is Mr. Petit. Today is what, Tuesday? Today is Tuesday already? Tuesday the 8th of October, 2024. The subject is, of course, health science. And the topic is, so we already finished our diseases tour. I want to look at
Mr. Petit, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Is health science and general science or only health science?
Health science first, then we do general science afterwards. All right.
Okay.
And it's not okay, Miles.
Sorry. Yes, sir.
No problem. So we're going to be looking at the internal body cavities. The internal body cavities. How many persons ever learned about the body cavities before? You learned about the
I
body
did. My
cavities?
teacher teach me that. I did.
You did? All right. How many persons don't know what we talking about when we say body cavities? So like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Back when I was in
Are you talking about teeth cavities?
back when I was in seventh.
No, not teeth cavity.
I did that in grade 6.
You're in grade 6? Okay.
Well, I know.
Back when I was in 7th grade, I had house science, but they moved me to general.
The general,
Eighth.
okay. Okay. All right, so we're gonna be looking at the internal body cavities. So
Excuse me, Snake, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, I can.
Mr. Petite, like I
ahead.
said, my internet was off. It just came on.
It just came on. Wow. So you missed all of math.
All of maths, yes, sir.
Okay, so I have to send you the notes and the recording and the quizzes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so the human body has 3 major cavities. How many major cavities?
I know them.
Hey, I know them.
Mr. Petit.
Yes,
I
go
know
ahead.
them.
Petit,
I know them.
I'm currently on this topic.
You're on this topic in school.
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Me too.
Yalisha.
Yeah, Alicia. That's good. So the human body has 3 major cavities or spaces inside called, for those who know them, tell me.
The thoracic cavity,
That's 1.
The cranial cavity.
the cranial cavity,
The
and the
abdominal.
abdominal
Very
cavity.
good.
Abdominal.
Very good. So cranial cavity, then we have the thoracic cavity. So the thoracic cavity or the chest cavity. And we have the abdominal cavity. The abdominal cavity. So the cavities or spaces are very important because they hold very important organs which we all need to live and function, and without which we will be dead or essentially useless. And so the cavities are very important. I'm going to show you an image of the 3 cavities.
Mr. Petit, tomorrow I will be late for your class because I have a meeting to attend to after school.
Okay, that's no problem.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, may I be excused, please?
Yes, you can. So
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, there is no school tomorrow because the ministry, the Prime Minister would have sent out information regarding that.
oh, tonight?
Yes, there is a shutdown for the entire province.
The whole island?
Yes, sir, I would have sent it to you earlier.
You did.
Excuse me. Can I use the bathroom?
Yes, you can.
I thought that's only for the islands that they say affected. They didn't say for Nassau.
Yes, ma'am.
But they sent
Yes, ma'am.
information out saying how due to the heavy flooding, no school for Abaco, Bimini, Nassau, Grandmama, Andres, and so on.
Oh, they're right.
Okay, thank you.
Listen.
My bad.
All right, so
I live in Bimini now.
I didn't see this.
okay, so let me just wait. One moment. Let's continue with the lesson and we can talk about that afterwards.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, you going back?
So first we have the cranial cavity, which is the one that's upstairs. What does the cranial cavity hold?
Are we writing this?
The brain.
No, you don't draw this down. Don't draw this. We coming back to the writing. Don't write this down. We coming back to it. Coming back to the writing. So the cranial cavity holds what? The brain, right? The brain. Then we have the thoracic cavity. What's inside the thoracic cavity?
The lungs.
Your lungs and your heart, right? And then the
lungs and the heart.
Then we have the abdominal cavity, which is right here, right? So the 3 major cavities: cranial, thoracic, and abdominal. That makes sense? So
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let's go ahead and talk about it. I'm gonna create a table. So in this table, we're going to say what the cavities do and what's inside of them and stuff like that. So
Mr. Petit, write these down, right?
Yes, write this down. Write this down. So first, let's define what do we mean by a cavity. So write this down. So what is a cavity? So we're not talking about like the cavity in the teeth, we're talking about the body cavity. These are basically spaces or compartments, right? So what is a cavity?
A space or a compartment?
Yes. So it's a space or compartment in the body that houses the organs and structures. So the cavity is a space or compartment in the body that houses the organs and structures. Now, even though we mentioned these three major ones, there are other body cavities, but these are the three that we mentioned for us to know, right? But they're not the only one. So let's talk about it. So we have, I'm gonna section it off. So we have so draw this table for me. In this table, we're gonna say, yes, you're writing this down, the table needs to have, how many rows? It needs to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. So let's put 6 rows for this table. So make sure your table has 6 rows, okay? So cavity or space. So let's say cavity or space. Let's be careful to put body cavity. So the first one we're looking at is the cranial cavity. So this is the cranial cavity or space. And then we're going to be talking about the body organs or structures that is inside of it. So for the cranial cavity, the only organ that's inside the cranial cavity is what?
The brain.
The brain.
The brain. Very good.
The brain.
So the brain is in here. That's the cranial cavity. So write this down for me, please. So the brain is inside the cranial cavity. Where's Sean? Sean, are you writing this down? Sean Norville?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what are the 3 major body cavities that we have?
Cranial cavity, thoracic cavity,
Thoracic.
thoracic cavity, and the abdominal cavity.
And the abdominal cavity, very good. And Caden, where's Caden? Caden, can you hear me? I can't hear from Caden. Kaiden. That's how you pronounce it. That's how your name is spelled. I don't know how you pronounce your name. Cavani Seymour. Where's Cavani Seymour?
Okay, here.
Were you here for math or you don't do math?
I don't do math.
Okay, what all you do?
Health science and general science.
Just health in general, okay. So what are the 3 major cavities that we have?
The cranial cavity, the thoracic cavity.
Thoracic.
Thoracic cavity, and the abdominal cavity.
And the abdominal cavity, very good. Now, Janaya Pinda, where's Janaya? Janaya Pinda, can you hear me? Where's Janaya? Can't hear from Janaya. Justin, where's Justin?
Yes, sir.
After the cranial cavity, what else do we have? After the cranial cavity. This one right there, what's that called?
Thoracic cavity.
Thoracic cavity. Now, can someone tell me what all organs are inside the thoracic cavity?
The heart.
The
The heart. The
The
heart.
heart, the heart, the lungs.
The
What else? How about how about
The ri-
how about the how about the how about the trachea? Isn't the trachea also a part of that cavity as well? I mean, it's not an organ, but it's still
the esophagus.
the esophagus. Yeah, the esophagus is there too. So the heart, the lungs, along with the trachea and the esophageal tubes. Let me just put the esophagus. Those are inside of the thoracic cavity. Jaden, where's Jaden Brashador?
Yeah, sir.
What are some structures that are part of the thoracic cavity?
The heart, lungs, trachea, and esophagus.
Very good. And Megan? Where's Megan? Megan, can you hear me? Megan, can you hear me? I can't hear from Megan. D'Amico Dorset. Where's D'Amico? Randolph Battle, can you hear me? Where's Randolph?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
What are the three major body cavities?
Cranial cavity,
Cranial cavity, cranial cavity,
cranial cavity, thoracic cavity,
thoracic cavity,
thoracic cavity, chest cavity, abdominal cavity.
abdominal cavity. Very good.
Ab-
Abdominal cavity. Now, I know them. All right. Now, after the thoracic cavity, which contains the lungs, the heart, the esophagus, we also have the abdominal cavity, which contains a lot of real organs. You don't want to get it in the abdominal cavity and mess that up. What are some organs that we have in the abdominal cavity?
Small intestine.
The stomach.
The stomach. What else?
Kidneys.
The
The
kidneys.
pancreas.
The pancreas.
Urethra.
So we have the stomach,
The stomach.
the liver, the gallbladder, the kidneys, the pancreas, right? These are all a part of the abdominal cavity. So write that down for me, please.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I sent you all my work.
You're done? You do realize that you're on paper 2 now.
Yes, sir. I figured that.
Yeah, it's a different ball game. But I'm glad that you finished. I wasn't plan on keeping you this late, but I'm glad that you finished. All right.
Me too.
All right.
Good night.
Take care. Okay, so we have the stomach. In the abdominal cavity, we have the stomach, the liver, the gallbladder, the kidneys, and the pancreas, right? Next. Janaya Pinda, can you hear me? Where's Janaya? Janaya Pinda, can you hear me? Where's Jeremiah Thurston?
Yes, sir.
What are the organs that we have in the abdominal cavity?
Stomach, liver, gallbladder, the kidneys, and the pancreas.
Very good. Why are you so late?
Sorry, I was just about to talk with that. I forgot I had class today.
No, you can't forget about them stuff. You can't do that.
Yes, sir.
Right? You know, someone is paying for this, right? So you have to make sure you take advantage of the classes that you have the opportunity to attend. You understand me?
Yes, Yes,
So
sir.
you can't forget. All right.
I wanted to ask it. I wanted to ask you to send me the work we did in math, please.
I will. So stay back so I could send it to you and you could
Yes,
do
sir.
it. All right.
All right.
Where is Aiden friend you? Where's Aiden?
Yes, sir.
What are the organs that we have in the abdominal cavity?
The stomach, liver, gall, bladder, kidneys, pancreas.
And pancreas. Very good. Aiden, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Good. All right. Next, we have the pelvic cavity. So we have the pelvic cavity. Can you all see that at the bottom there? Or no? The pelvic cavity.
But you could do the writing a little bigger, please.
Yes, I can. So we have the pelvic cavity. Change this font. Now in the pelvic cavity, what do we have? What organs do we have in the pelvic cavity?
Hold on, I know.
Say it again.
The ovaries?
The urinative system.
The urinary bladder, right? We also have.
My bad.
Yeah, no, it's no problem. The urinary bladder. What else we have in the pelvic cavity? We have the reproductive organs as well. And you also have the rectum. So you have the reproductive organs, the urinary bladder, and the rectum.
The appendix?
What about the pelvis?
The pelvis.
The appendix.
Oh, the appendix. Okay. Who's that speaking?
Sean.
Sean what?
Lovell Smith.
Oh, Sean. Okay. I have to get used to your voice. So inside the pelvic cavity, we have the reproductive organs, the urinary bladder, and the rectum. Inside the abdominal cavity, we have the stomach, the liver, the gallbladder, the kidneys, and the pancreas. All right. Carrington, where's Carrington?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down?
I finished.
You finished writing all of the
Yes,
pelvic,
sir.
even the pelvic cavity?
Yes, sir.
That's good. I didn't know you write that fast. And Nala Knowles, where's Nala? Nala? Where's Nala? Nala Knowles, can you hear me? I can't hear from Nala. Ajani, can you hear me? Where's Ajani?
Yes, sir.
Ajani, are you writing this down? Ajani, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Have you sent the notes to me, Ajani?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The last cavity that I will look at is the vertebral cavity. That's the vertebral cavity.
Is it like where the spine is?
Exactly. So, and just to show you the image again, the vertebral cavity is this place right now. That's this same space where we have the spinal cord is in, where the spinal cord is in, right? That's the vertebral cavity right now. Do you all see that? Let me highlight it again. This piece, this is the vertebral cavity right now. It's pretty cool that your body have like spaces for these particular things. Okay, so the vertebral cavity is going to be the space where we have the spinal cord. So it's a space in the vertebrae through which the spinal cord passage. That's the vertebral cavity. All right, and so those are the cavities that we look at. Now, let me take this picture and put it here so it could be part of our, thingy. Put this on there so you could know what we're talking about. Context. There we go. All right, so write this down for me, please. Once you're finished writing this down, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, write this down. Once you're finished with it, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Ricardo, where's Ricardo? Where's Ricardo? Ricardo, are you writing this down? Ricardo, I could barely hear you, Ricardo.
Pardon?
I could barely hear you.
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Tell me the 3 major cavities that we have.
Thoracic, cranial, and
Abdominal cavity, very good. Rashan Cartwright, where's Rashan Cartwright?
Pardon?
Thank you, Ricardo.
Yes, sir.
What are the 3
Hello.
major cavities that we have?
Cranial
Cranial cavity.
cranial cavity, the
Thoracic cavity.
thoracic cavity, and chest cavity, and abdominal cavity.
Very good. Where's Kylie Welchcomb? Welchcomb? Kylie Welchcomb. Where's Kylie? Kylie.
Yes, sir.
Were you here yesterday?
No, sir. My Wi-Fi wasn't doing.
Okay. Were you here earlier today?
No, sir.
So you just came on.
I was here for the math, but I was here for the middle. I think the middle or the ending.
The middle or the ending of math?
Yes, sir.
Were you able to write the notes down?
Yes, sir. I screenshotted it.
How about, I said, were you able to write it down? Were you able to write it down?
Yes, sir.
Have you sent it to me yet?
No, sir.
So I need you to send that to me as well, okay?
Yes, sir.
How about your sister?
Yes, sir.
Where's the sister?
She's right there.
So you're just using one device? Because I don't see any. Are y'all just using one device?
Yes, sir.
Okay, where's Kyla? Kyla, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Kyla, tell me the 3 major body cavities, please.
The cranial,
Thoracic.
And abdominal cavity.
Abdominal cavity. Kylie, what are the organs that are a part of the abdominal cavity?
Stomach, liver, bladder, kidneys, pancreas, and pancreas.
Thank you. All right, are we finished with these notes? Let me know if you're finished with these, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're finished with these?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No,
good.
sir, no, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, quickly write them down because we have to move on to general science. All right. We're gonna move on to general science right now. Gonna move on to general science. Okay, so for general science, we're gonna, by the way, I have to move this. So for those of you who are not finished with this, what I need you to do is I need you to take a picture of this and write it down because we have to move on from this. All right, so
Mr. Petit, we finished with health science?
Yeah, we're done with health science. We're going to general science right now.
See you tomorrow.
Did you send in the work?
Yes, sir, I sent in the work.
You sent it already?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
See you tomorrow. Good night.
Who's that speaking? Who's that speaking? That's
Xavier Cooper.
That's Xavier. Xavier, you sound so much like Piani. All right, no problem. Have a good one.
Good
Mr.
night.
Petit.
God's well with you, Mr. Petit.
Likewise. Take care. You be safe.
Mr. Petit,
Go ahead.
I want to know if you can send me the 2 quiz, please, for the maths.
And okay, no problem. You didn't get them or you just want to have them?
No, I just want to have them because I never get to finish them.
Okay, no problem. I will send that to you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna put an image on the screen and you're gonna tell me if it's a plant or animal. All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna put an image on the screen. You're gonna tell me if it's a plant or it's
Yeah.
an animal. All right, can y'all see it or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
It's a
Mushroom.
plant.
That's a plant, that's a mushroom.
A plant.
Can't see it no more.
Even though mushrooms
Okay.
grow, that is a plant.
All right.
See
So I want you okay, put inside the chat. Put inside the chat. If you think it's P for plant, put P. If you think it's animal, put A for animal, right? P for plant, A for animal. All right.
Thank you for class, Mr. Petit. Good night.
Good night. Genesis, you ready? Send in the notes.
I'm about to take a picture of them and send them. I just finished.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Good night. So tell me what y'all put. Plant or animal? What is this?
Plant.
Plant.
That is 100% a
Mr.
plant.
Petit,
Plant.
isn't the mushroom a fungus?
That's just what you say.
Is it a plant or animal?
Neither.
Wait.
It is a
Mr. Petit,
fungus.
Mr. Petit,
Fungus.
you gave us the option of a plant or an animal.
Uh-huh.
And
Neither.
because it's a mushroom, I feel like you're tricking us. So I feel like it's an animal.
It is a plant.
You think it's a
It's
plant?
not.
It's not.
It is a plant. If
Is
it
it-
was an
It's
animal,
neither.
where's the legs? Where's the
No,
face?
Mr. Petit,
Where's the
it's not a
leg?
plant nor
It ain't a
animal.
plant or it ain't an animal. It's
ain't a-
none.
Fungi.
Fungi.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yes, sir.
It's
Mm.
none.
It's none?
Nothing.
I said plant or animal. Which y'all can choose.
Then it's a plant.
Neither.
Then
Neither.
if I see that
It's a
if it say
plant.
plant or animal on the
Yes.
tag, I can leave it blank. So they are not.
Animal
right.
because some animals don't even have legs.
All right. So we're gonna answer this question in this study. All right. So let's go ahead and answer it. So our study today is gonna be answering this particular question. We had a whole debate on it.
Miss Petit, you can't see the screen.
You see it now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
It's going back.
Okay, so
Oh,
let's
it's black.
it's black. Okay, how about
I see it's Carrington Hopkins. Okay, now I can see it.
all right, so this is head up again for me, please. It's Tuesday. Tuesday the 8th of what?
October.
October. Thank you so much. You're so kind. 2024. The subject is general science. And the topic is, I don't even want to tell y'all the topic because then they could give it away. The topic is, what do you think the topic is?
Fungus or fungi.
Fungus.
Fungi.
Type of fungus.
Fungus? Nope. Actually, the
Fungi.
topic is other kingdoms. Other
See, I
kingdoms.
tell you all of this, man.
All right, so this first statement is some organisms are neither plant or animals. They may be placed.
What are they?
They may be placed in one of the 3 kingdoms below.
The fungus kingdom.
I don't know. Who knows? We'll see.
Protozoa.
All right, so we're gonna start off with our favorite ones. I know I don't think these are our favorite ones. I definitely don't. But And I don't want this to become our favorite ones either, but it is beneficial in some way. And that is the bacteria kingdom. So bacteria has different characteristics.
Not COVID-19 though.
COVID-19, was that a bacteria?
It's a virus.
It's a virus.
It's a virus.
It was a
virus, not a
That was a-
bacteria.
That was a virus, not a bacteria. What do we know about bacteria? They are what? Very what?
They are very
Very
like
small, very small.
like
Very
small
small.
organisms.
Very small. What?
Microscopic.
Microscopic.
Microscopic. Microscopic. That's what we mean by small, right? Microscopic, right? They are very small organisms. So that means that what we need to see it.
Magnifying glass.
We only
Microscope.
A microscope.
yeah. So that means that we need a high power microscope. So you need a high power microscope to see it, right? Let me just show you one. This is bacteria. Can anyone pronounce this one?
Trypanosoma.
Very good.
Trypanosoma.
Very good. Trypanosoma. Trypanosoma. And this type of bacteria, this is, you can't see this with the naked eye. You have to actually like zoom in with a high power microscope to be able to see it. So that means
bacteria cell.
I just was gonna say it consists of a single cell with a wall. It doesn't have a proper nucleus, so no proper nucleus. Where do we see these? They could be where? They could occur where? In
Dirt.
Can they be in dirt? You say dirt, they could be in the soil, yes. Where else can
In the
they
body.
be? They could be in water. They could be in the air.
The body.
And they could be inside the body or just on the body?
Everywhere? Like on the body.
And inside the body of organisms, right? So bacteria kingdom, very small. You can't see them with your naked eye. And I could prove that you can't see them with your naked eye because have you ever wondered, like say for example, you wanted to microwave some food and then you go inside your room and you said, I'm gonna microwave this when I come outside. I come out front. And then you went to sleep and you forgot to microwave it. When you come back in the morning, how is that gonna smell?
Germs. Not stink.
It's gonna smell foul, right? What you think is acting on that particular food?
Bacteria.
Bacteria,
Not
right?
bacteria.
So what's the function of bacteria then?
Because they're gone spoiled.
It what? It
They
decompose the bodies
Of
Like
of plants and animals. So that means that it causes what? Decay, right? Causes stuff to decay, causes stuff to rot. And many of them cause disease or spoil food. So if your food is spoiling, who you gotta think? Or you gotta blame? You gotta blame
Bacteria.
bacteria. See, you gotta blame yourself. So why does the fridge, why when you put in the fridge, it don't spoil?
Because the temperature slows down the process of decaying.
And the
Exactly.
germs not working cold.
Exactly. The bacteria, they have a specific temperature that they could work in. What sort of temperature you think they could work in that they like?
Like a heated temperature.
Room temperature.
Yeah.
Moisture.
They like that
Warm.
moist, they like that warm
Warm
environment.
thing. That's what like mold
Yeah,
grows.
exactly, right?
Basically humid.
So are all them bad? Or do we have some?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
All them are bad?
Make yogurt in them.
And she is.
No, sir.
So some are beneficial, right? Because
Yes,
guess
sir.
what? You have them
Some are
inside.
good and some are bad.
Because guess what? You have them inside of your what?
Food.
No.
Your body.
Inside of your body. They live. But guess where they live? They live
Blood in the blood.
In the human body.
in the digestive system.
Stomach.
That's why your mouth has it smell has that foul odor too. They live in the digestive system, and guess what? They help food. They help food. They help to digest what? Food. So they help with the digestion of food, right? Give me some examples. Examples of bacteria would be salmonella.
High body odor.
Salmonella. We're talking about the name of the bacteria, salmonella. You know where we could find salmonella, right? That's the thing. When
Like fish.
Yeah.
Raw meat. Fish.
Yeah, raw meat.
Raw chicken. Raw meat. Yeah.
Then you have E. coli, right?
Cross-contamination.
Cross-contamination. And you have coliform, right? Coliform. So you have salmonella, E. coli, and then you have coliform. So these are all examples of what? Bacteria. And I would like to show you all them. I'm just gonna stop sharing and then share my image, my window, so y'all could see it.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever looked inside a microscope before?
I believe so. I can't remember. I probably have. I can't remember.
When I looked through a microscope, it left a ring around my eye.
Oh, he's trying to. What are you trying to do with that microscope? He's trying to see the inside.
In general science, my teacher had us look at cockroach legs.
Oh, okay. All right. So salmonella. Yeah. So this is salmonella. This is like they obviously what they did.
Body of legs.
This is not legs. This is they call them the flagella. Like that's the thing would help them to float, right? So let me just show you that anatomy of it.
So they have the stuff like jellyfish.
Yeah. So this is the salmonella. So this is. Remember we said they don't have a proper nucleus. So their nucleus is, the nucleus is supposed to hold the genetic material, but they don't have a proper nucleus, so their genetic material is floating all around. They have these flagellum, which helps them to float around, and then they have the cell wall out. So just like plants, they have a cell wall too, but they're not plants, and they're not really animals. They're bacteria.
Mr. Petit, can I ask you a question on where are they found?
Where are they found?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you find them in meats. You find them in stuff that is decaying, stuff that is spoiling.
Like a dead animal.
Yeah, a salmonella. Okay, and then you have E. coli. Let me show you all E. coli. E. coli. Bacteria. This is another one. I see all of them look alike. You could find them inside. You could have an E. coli infection too inside of your gut. Like I said, these are, don't mind them of the pictures like that. These are stuff you cannot see them with your naked eye. You need.
Why does it look furry?
Say it again.
It looked like the last
furry.
one, but more
Same.
furrier.
Okay, and then we have what else? Coliform. Bacteria, and that's them. So as you can see, they have the general shape.
All of them basically look the same.
Yeah, because all of them are bacteria. Okay, so let's move off that. So that's one kingdom. It's neither a plant nor the animal. It's a bacteria. The next one that we have is we have the Protist kingdom. So Protist kingdom. Protist kingdom, they consist of a single cell. These could cause protists. Sometimes people mix them up with bacteria. Like I said that this was a bacteria, but this is actually a protist. And they could cause sickness. So they consist of a single cell. Some are plant-like.
Mr. Boutique, you
And some-
cell 2 times.
Thank you. Some are plant-like and some are animal-like. They live mainly in water or inside other organisms. So some examples are the trypanosome. That's one we just saw. That causes sleeping sickness. And you have the Plasmodium. That causes malaria. Anyone ever heard of malaria before?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's
No,
caused.
sir.
Yes, sir. That's the thing that comes from mosquitoes.
And then you have amoeba. And then you have the paramecium. So these are all examples of protists. Protist kingdom. So example. So these cause illnesses as well. So far we have listed 2 of the kingdoms that are neither plants nor animals, but they still exist. They still are alive. We don't categorize them as plants or animals from a general science standpoint. We just give them a whole another kingdom by themselves. And then the final one, the one that y'all was talking about all night, and that is, anyone remember?
Fungi. The fungus kingdom.
The fungus kingdom. Now we also know about the fungus kingdom. They would be like your what?
They're like
Yeast.
Mushroom, yeast.
Oh, they're like parasites. They feed off other people, but they don't give them anything in return.
So they consist of fine interwoven threads. They live in the soil or inside of other organisms, especially plants. They reproduce rapidly.
So like the mushrooms would be growing in the tree then.
Yeah, they reproduce.
The screen bigger, please.
Screen bigger as I can. On the side. So they reproduce rapidly and they
Thank you.
about them. They also use in decay, so they decompose. Like I said, they reproduce rapidly using by spores, right? And then they decompose the bodies of plants and animals. And which means that they cause decay as well. So that means our mushroom, is that a plant or an animal?
None is a fungi.
Neither.
It's a fungi. It's a fungi.
Fungi.
So mushroom, fungi, yeast, fungi. What do we use yeast in?
Bread.
Bread making.
Bread
Bread
and
making.
cheese.
Pastries in general.
We also use it to make liquor as well. Ringworm, athlete's foot. Everyone knows athlete's foot? You know what that is?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Smell bad.
Shifting clouds, Mr. Petit. Mr. Petit.
No, that's not shifting.
Yeah, it is a fungi.
Shifting
Shifting-
clouds in the mall.
Shifting flower is a fungi too? I did not know that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so these are your other kingdoms. So we finished the animal kingdom. We did, you know what we haven't done in the animal kingdom? I forgot to do them, you know. The worms. We haven't done the worms. We haven't done the worms, the roundworms and the stuff like that. We haven't done them.
Flatellamites.
Yeah, the platinamites, yeah. And the nematodes, we haven't done them, so I have to do that. And protozoa. Then we'll be done with the animal kingdom, and then we could go on to the plant kingdom, because we dealt these other kingdoms as well. Okay. But we already did arthropods, we already did echinoderms, like the starfish, the sand dollar. We already did like the mollusks and stuff. And so now we're looking at the other kingdoms. What three other kingdoms that we have there that are neither plant nor animal? What are those three? That we talk about today.
Oh, bacteria kingdom, process kingdom, fungus kingdom.
Very good. Bacteria kingdom, protist kingdom, and fungus kingdom. Which kingdom you like the best? Animal kingdom, plant kingdom, or other kingdoms?
Other kingdom.
Animal
kingdom.
No, animal
kingdom.
Animal kingdoms.
I like the animal chef because I like the cats.
Like the
Animals are pretty interesting.
So you don't like the plant kingdom more than the animal kingdom?
I don't like.
I find the animal kingdom more interesting.
So where you can get your oxygen from?
You never
I
get
go with the plant kingdom.
So where you can get your oxygen from?
But where we can get our food from?
Where you get your? You don't have to eat animals. You can eat plants.
It's not really because of eating. It's like
Plants don't give that much nutrients.
That's poison ivy.
No.
Protein.
No, you have fruits, vegetables, beans, nuts,
Plants
almonds,
taste-
cashews. No, you have all of the plants that you could choose from. Why are you dealing with our precious animals?
Animals? I'm not saying like animals. Like I'm gonna eat
taste
animals.
good.
I'm saying them as like I
KFC
find them
chicken.
interesting as like I find the animals interesting and how they live, like that lifestyle, not
Their
like
lifestyle.
the
Yeah,
Mr.
but
Petit,
plants are interesting too.
Mr. Petit,
Yes.
would you rather eat
But animals taste good.
would you rather eat ribs or would you rather eat a bunch of spinach?
Thank you.
But I'm
Be
vegan.
honest.
Well, Pop,
Be
well,
honest.
Pop
I'm
Heinz
vegan though.
spinach
I'm
make you
vegan
strong
too.
though.
I rather eat them ribs.
I want that ribs in my belly.
You never get to eat.
I like
What is more? What is
ribs.
more? What is more healthy? What is more healthy? Aha.
The animal, the spinach.
Animals.
No.
What the fill? What the fill?
plant kingdom.
No. What is more healthy?
The plants.
Thank you. Thank you.
But animals have more protein.
Says who? You could get as much as protein as you could get from soybeans, pinto beans, quinoa, legumes, as well.
Right then. So
But they ain't gonna season it.
If they doing the same thing, why you just don't eat the meat?
If they're doing this, well, we don't want to get cholesterol and high blood pressure, so we avoid saturated fat. All right. Okay, y'all finished? Write this down.
Yes, sir.
I'm almost done.
All right. Quickly write this down. Okay, so question. I'm gonna name an organism. You're gonna tell me which one it is. With bacteria, protist, or fungus. Okay. First one, yeast.
Fungus.
Fungus. Very good. Fungus. Salmonella.
Bacteria.
Bacteria. Very good. Plasmodium.
What?
Protist.
Protus.
Protus.
Protus, very good.
Protus.
Protus, very good. Paramecium. Paramecium.
Protus.
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 Protus. Mold.
Fungus.
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 Fungus. Amoeba.
That's bacteria.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. Oh,
Amoeba.
but
Amoeba.
Bacteria.
Protus.
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 Protus. Protus. Are we finished with these notes? Because it's already 9 o'clock. I don't want to keep you all
Yeah.
night.
Yeah,
long.
I'm almost done. I'm on the last.
All right. Quickly take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, quickly take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. And then once you've already done that, you can leave. Have a good night, everyone, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow class is tomorrow at 6 o'clock. So take care, everyone. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Hi, Mr.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Supposed to send me the marks.
Yes. Yes.
Of
Please stay.
Mr. Petit.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, please.
Yes.
Good night.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Mr. Petit, I have a question.
Go ahead, Randolph.
We have classes on the weekend.
Good night,
No,
Mr.
just
Petit.
Monday to Thursday.
Oh,
Are you in New
I was
Providence or
confused.
Farmy Island?
New Providence.
Well then, we do have class on Sunday. It's like face-to-face classes.
Oh,
But I could talk to your mommy about it. What's the name of your mother?
Indiana Morris.
Indiana Morris? Okay, no problem.
But I might not be able to come because I have what I call again, community service hours.
Okay, all right, no problem.
Yeah.
Mr. Petty, I sent you my work.
Good night.
All right, have a good night.
See you tomorrow by God's grace.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Take care.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night. That's what I hear. So.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I'm still waiting, Mr. Petit.
I know, but the thing is, I haven't compiled it yet. I could send you photos, but I haven't like done the PDF. Let me do that. Jeremiah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you were sending the links for the math quiz in the I think the webinar chat or on WhatsApp.
What is your WhatsApp number?
437
One moment.
0582
437
0582.
Okay, I'm gonna send you it right now.
Yes, sir.
And Miss Morris, I'm gonna send it to your phone too.
Okay, all right.
All right, no problem.
Do I have to do it tonight or I can do it tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow it's fine because I don't know if you have school tomorrow, so tomorrow morning.
Yeah, cause I can go call my principal right now to find out if she see.
No, it
what
is
the
true.
prime-
It is true. The Prime Minister did say that. I saw it. It's all over Facebook. It's all it is true.
Yeah, they say no school for Wednesday
Until
and
Friday.
Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently that's them calling me now.
Yeah. All right. No problem.
Okay, so
All right,
good night.
Good night. Good night. All right. Have a good one, Jeremiah.
All right.
Good
See you
night.
tomorrow.
Good night. Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Petit, you said I can go, right? Since I can do it tomorrow.